Well, Bennett Kessler filed this report. Mammoth Lake citizens have noticed the additional 1.5% tourism business improvement district charge on their Mammoth Vons bills, and some have believed that the tax includes food products. According to Vons corporate headquarters, the tax is not charged on food. Now, Mammoth Vons manager Rick Graham said the 1.5% T-bid tax does appear on bills, but he said, quote, "We're charging T-bid only on applicable items," end quote. Now, according to Carlos Illingsworth, director of Vons Public Affairs, the store follows Mammoth's guidelines, which say non-taxable food items for human consumption are exempt from the T-bid. Now, according to Mammoth Lake's tourism, total sales for purposes of calculating T-bid assessments in the retail category, quote, "shall not include sales from non-taxable food items for human consumption," end quote. Now, some local sources have told Sierra Wave Media that there are Mammoth residents now shopping at Vons in Bishop to avoid what they believed were T-bid assessments on their food. Again, Vons says the tax is not applied to non-taxable food items. Well, Bennett Kessler also filed this report. Like so many other industries, the film business has slumped right along with the recession, and that's what Inyo County's Film Commissioner Chris Langley told the Inyo County Board of Supervisors on Tuesday. Langley said it's more difficult getting film crews up to the Eastern Sierra, and he said there are more cancellations than normal. Langley said that the bottom line is that 33 productions actually had permits, and he said it's usually twice that number. Now, from the money side of film productions, last year saw a value of $3,625,000. Langley said usually the value is more than twice that amount. Now, Langley has talked to other film commissions who, he said, are experiencing the same drop in business. 5 film jobs did crop up. Langley said a Lamborghini commercial and a Ford Mustang commercial were both filmed in Inyo. He said both were prototypes or new models and that there was a lot of security around the productions. Now, another possibility for filming is a reality show called Utopia. Langley said the crew needs 5 or 6 acres on which chosen individuals are supposed to create a utopian situation in 3 months. Now, a science fiction producer is back looking for locations to film a movie about universal catastrophes, earthquakes, tornadoes, or both, said Langley. Another producer wants to do a mountain climbing feature at Whitney Portal and Happy Boulders. Still another company has an interest in filming a Western. Langley said they are serious filmmakers. Now, on the bureaucratic side of the movie business here in the Eastern Sierra, Langley told the supervisors that the Bureau of Land Management has expressed interest in a common permitting process for films. Langley may pursue that possibility, which would help him work with the bureaucracies on film permits. Now, on the legislative side of things, Langley pointed out that the governor did not keep the state film incentive program, which has offered up to $100 million in tax breaks to those who want to invest in films. Langley said an alliance involved with Film Economy is lobbying to get that program back in. He said it really doesn't impact Inyo County's slice of the movie industry. Well, without the drama and speculation of many past town manager appointments, the Mammoth Town Council recently and unanimously approved interim town manager Dan Holler as the permanent guy. Several commented on how easy it was to negotiate a contract with Mr. Holler at a salary savings over the previous manager. Mammoth Town attorney Andy Morris said that the term, salary, and severance pay are all, quote, very favorable to the town. Mammoth Mayor Rick Wood said the ease with which they got the deal done was a real pleasure. Said Wood, quote, "We believe he is the guy with the right fit and who has enthusiastically gotten into his work," end quote. Wood added that Holler's deal will set the stage for compensation structure of senior management in the future. Mammoth Councilman Matthew Lehman pointed to the situation before Holler as somewhat out of control. He said to Holler, "Your coming in made us realize we weren't completely crazy. Councilman John Eastman said Holler has accomplished more in 4 months than others before him. Now, the employment agreement with Holler says it is effective and continues through December 2015 unless terminated or extended by the Mammoth Town Council. Now, Holler works at the will of the council, which can end the agreement with or without cause. Termination without cause will entitle Holler to receive a severance payment equal to 6 weeks of his salary. Now, his base salary is set at $3,038.46 per week. He is eligible for a 5% merit increase annually. Holler is covered under the Public Employees Retirement System and by the town's health insurance. The town will provide a vehicle to Holler for town business and for, quote, occasional and necessary personal purposes, end quote. Town will also provide Holler with a housing unit at no charge, including payment of utility bills, and this housing will be provided for 1 year. The agreement includes other typical considerations and does spell out that Holler will work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, plus attendance at meetings and other requirements. Well, Bennett Kessler also filed this story. The 5th potential candidate for Mammoth Town Council has pulled candidacy papers. Elena Blomgren is the latest possible candidate. She has performed temporary services for the town of Mammoth Lakes as a permit tech and on Measure R calculations. Sierra Wave Media plans to learn more about her. Now, before Blomgren, the Ken Murray, general manager at Chart House, pulled out papers, and so did MLTPA's director John Wentworth, businesswoman Deb Perrell, as well as Joe Perino. So far, none of the incumbents have pulled. If they don't, that would lengthen the March 7th deadline by 5 days. John Eastman has made it clear he will not seek re-election. Rick Wood and Matthew Lehman have not confirmed their positions. We'll be back with more news.